Hi people, hope you're doing well. I'm Hannah. I am going to do a continuation, I think, of the reading from yesterday, because this really heavy end of a cycle energy is still here. So I'm just going to see what wants to come out. It's lady time of the month, so if I seem a bit downbeat, I'm not really. It's just crap being on lady time of the month. Five of Swords just jumped out when I was shuffling. And the deck's really jumpy as well, because I was like shuffling a bit more before I came on camera. Seven of Pentacles. I don't really feel done shuffling, so Knight of Swords. But yeah, I just feel like there is a part two, like this. Just quite like Justice, Fool, and the Emperor. Ooh. Interesting. I'm going to split them up. That's really interesting. That's like freedom and leadership and justice in your own life. Empress. I still don't feel like I'm done shuffling though. So the Emperor and the Empress, which came out yesterday, for the Emperor's energy. Okay, let me... Starting off with the Nine of Cups. And the Temperance card. Ace of Wands. Chariot. Knight of Wands. There's definitely really fast changes and a really fast new beginning. It's literally like Zen, and then all systems go. So it's definitely all systems go from a place of equilibrium. It's all, I mean, there's no gender in tarot, right? It's all energy. We're all here to master our masculine and feminine energy. Doesn't matter what vessel we're in. Doesn't matter what genitalia you've got. That's facts. But except for the Knight of Wands, it's all women depicted on the cards. But you can just take that for what what it is. It doesn't really mean anything. The Knight of Wands is just fast energy, to be honest. Just fire energy. Clarify the Nine of Cups, please. Clarify the Nine of Cups. Clarify the Nine of Cups. The Magician and the Star. Wow. So this person that's Zen, they could be in the public eye. They're definitely a good manifester. And they know how to put their gifts to good use. They're definitely creative. They know how to, they create their own reality. They know how to create their reality. Seven of Swords. That, let me just flip that and let's see which way it wanted to come out. I'll do it again. It wanted to come out the right way up. Okay, so Seven of Swords and Two of Wands. But there was something trying to take them off the path, or some kind of deception around their plans. Some kind of deception on their plans. Truth. Yeah, there was some kind of sneaky business, some funny business that kind of like derailed plans. King of Cups. King of Cups. I don't know what that is. Let me finish what I was saying. Yeah, so basically they are very aligned. They are quite good at creating their own reality. They know what they want, and they're very aligned with the Nine of Cups and the Temperance. They're very balanced. In their own alignment. So with the King of Cups coming out, this kind of like deceptive thing that kind of has altered the path, has kind of got them in the feelings, maybe. And it's King of Cups, but like I said, like at the beginning, it doesn't matter if it's a king, a woman or a man. It could be a woman or a man. It's just the energy. Clarify the King of Cups, please. Justice. So there's going to be balance towards this kind of like instability. Getting the feelings all out of whack. Yeah, confirmation, but there's going to be justice in this situation. Like someone's going to see that this kind of deception that was done on the outside to alter the perception of this Star, Nine of Cups, Temperance, Magician energy. Clarify justice, please. Clarify justice. Clarify justice. Clarify justice. Eight of Swords. Someone's going to prison. There's going to be prison sentences. That came out yesterday as well. So it could be physical prison, like as in going to court, going through a legal process. or spiritual prison, like God putting you in prison. Queen of Pentacles. I don't know what that's for. I don't know why that came out, so I'm going to put it back. Three of Pentacles. I don't know why that came out either, so I don't know, because I've not asked anything. Seven of Wands. Yeah, so this Nine of Cups, Temperance, Magician, Star energy, they've had to battle a lot of people on their own. They've been trying to fend off a lot of attackers. Yeah, and they've been literally cooped up and left alone, left in anxiety with Nine of Swords. They've been left in anxiety and depression, and left to cope by themselves. With a Hanged Man, but there's been some revelations about this situation. Any more about the Hanged Man? Six of Pentacles. Yeah, so there's something going to be done to balance finances. So yesterday we got the bit about there was blockages in finances and there was like a new beginning, but I think the Six of Pentacles did come out actually. So it's come out again, but it's a bit clearer now. And we had like the Nine of Wands and the Nine of Swords come out together, like 99 yesterday, but not really an explanation as to what they look like. That all that burden and stress and anxiety and what that dark time was, but this kind of like elaborates a bit more on that. Is there any more on this? 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 No, I think that's it. Okay. So move on to like looking into the Ace of Wands, the Chariot, and the Knight of Wands. The Sun. Okay, so this new beginning is like everything. It's like all the happiness that that they've been manifesting. That's somebody kiboshed, some sneaky people kiboshed. And it's gonna happen because it's the sort. It's the Ace of Wands, and I see the aces kind of like as an extension of all the I've lost my words. Major Arcana, because it's like the closing of a big cycle. So obviously it's the one. So it's all brand new energy. And there's just like loads of love on that Sun card. I'll show you. People dancing, even like pregnant woman, and like pets there as well. Just lots of fertility with all the sunflowers and stuff as well everywhere. Page of Cups and the Eight of Cups. Page of Cups and the Eight of Cups. So kind of like someone coming to explain why they walked away. What's that? What's the Page of Cups? What's the Page of Cups? What's the Page of Cups? Work. Three of Pentacles. Something to do with work. Something to do with like a work partnership. Walking away from a work partnership. Page of Swords. There's going to be communication about it. What's the Page of Swords? What's the Page of Swords? What's the Page of Swords? Four of Pentacles. Stability. What's the Page of Swords? What's the Page of Swords? What's the Page of Swords? What's the Page of Swords, please? Ten of Cups. Yeah, so this communication that's coming in about a work partnership is going to provide stability and just kind of like all the emotional fulfillment. So it's going to bring in other partnerships, because remember we started off with the Nine of Cups. Sorry, the lighting's not really great because I don't really like the light. Like, I don't really like fake lights, so I've just got a lamp on. And then we've got the Ten of Cups. So it's like this person's going from being on their own and like managing their own energy and manifesting on their own and working on their own to being involved in really wholesome and like emotionally fulfilling and satisfying partnerships that are going to bring stability. So do I need to know anything more about the Page of Cups? Do I need to know anything more about the Page of Cups? Do I need to know anything more about the Page of Cups? Do I need to know anything more about the Page of Cups? The Moon. The presentation of this offer might look deceptive. It might not look like what you think. You have to use your discernment, because it just might not look like anything that you've ever received before. What's this Eight of Cups then? So what's this walking away? What's this walking away? What's this Eight of Cups? What's this Six of Wands? Yeah, be careful that you don't turn your back on success. What? Oh, because the offer might not look like, there might be some deception about the way it's presented, but be careful not to turn your back on success. What the hell? Is there anything I need to know about the Sun energy? Anything I need to know about the Sun energy? Anything I need to know about the Sun energy? I feel like the reading yesterday, there was all that powerful energy that surrounded the Empress, which was like crazy. I've never seen that before in a reading ever in like almost 10 years. And then the feminine was like on a different level to the rest of the reading, where it was like the Empress, and then the looked like a divine counterpart, but because the Lovers was there, but in physical reality they weren't on the same level. Like they were all on two different planes. But the King of Pentacles was in physical reality, was in this dynamic with the Queen of Pentacles energy that was like all criminal. So I feel like this reading is and then that kind of like took quite a lot of the focus of the reading yesterday. But there really wasn't. I mean, the powerful presence of the feminine was all over it, but there really wasn't the details about what the process for the change, you know, the process between closing off the old cycle and moving into the new one, what that kind of looked like. Anyway, just wanted to say that. Going back to, do we need to know anything else about the sun energy? And it feels a lot more work focused, this. So like I remember like opening the reading yesterday going, oh, I think it's going to be about career, and it wasn't. It was like a karmic reading almost, like, because from the masculine side, from the King of Pentacles side. But this is about like just the day-to-day life and work and stuff about the feminine energy. I don't know what that's for now. It was the Four of Cups, so I'll just see if it comes out. Tell me more about the sun. Do we need to know anything more about the sun? Strength. Yeah, so there was a lot of grappling with fear to get to this place of kind of having everything you want. So this feminine's been on a journey. A real journey. So tell me about the Chariot then, please. Tell me about the Chariot, please. Tell me about the Chariot, please. Tell me about the Chariot, please. The Hierophant. So there's going to be a lot of like creating new systems and new structures in this feminine's life, because there's obviously been a lot of instability and lots of like not knowing what to do because of all of the derailing that happened. So there's going to be a lot of working together with other people to put new systems and structures back in place to get back to that, because they're balanced spiritually, because remember the first two cards that came out was the Nine of Cups and the Temperance card. So they've got their own energy balanced from like, you know, just they've got their own internal equilibrium sorted, but there's just a lot of organisation that needs to happen in physical reality, and that's where the action's going to be focused now, and it's all divinely guided, with it being the Chariot and not something like the King of Wands energy. So what's the Knight of Wands then? Is the Knight of Wands just the speed at which the changes are going to happen? Because it does, like I said at the very start, it does look like just going from like Zen on your own to all systems go. What's the Knight of Wands, please? Oh God, I don't know if that's too many. It's only two. Two of Pentacles and the Emperor. Like it needs to be a decision, a leadership decision. Huh? What's the Two of Pentacles, please? What's the Two of Pentacles? What's the Two of Pentacles? What's the Two of Pentacles? Queen of Wands. What's the Emperor? What's the Emperor, please? What's the Emperor? Judgment and the Queen of Swords. Okay, so there needs to be a leadership decision taken. I don't know which one it is, but it might be both. Like it might, you just have to apply it to your situation. It might be because there's like a scroll on the floor of the Emperor, so it might be like there might be a contract or something, and someone might try and like be creative. Just be careful of someone trying to be creative to kind of be on the winning side of that. And so just make sure that someone's not trying to take your flowers. Look, with the flowers like that. And then with Judgment and the Queen of Swords, the right judgment will come from being honest. So like make sure that your voice, what's this? The Empress, yes. Yes. That's what's going to bring stability. So the right decision will come from making sure that you voice all of your needs, and that will bring the most stability. Got there in the end. The Tower. What's this tower? What's this tower? What's this tower? What's this tower, please? What's this tower? Page of Wands. Be careful of people trying to come at you with like temptation type of energy to try and trip you up. Because there's a lot of stability here. So, and it's obviously a lot. It's been a long-term planning. It's already had people derail it in the past, so just be wary of people trying to do it again. Oh yeah, with the Queen of Wands, beware of people trying to take your flowers and trying to like, do some creative things with contracts. But also what I missed out before is don't be afraid to like say your wishes with the wand in the hand, like don't be afraid to actually bring your magic and make sure that it's actually gonna be something for you as well. Do we need to know anything else about the Empress? Do we need to know anything else about the Empress? Do we need to know anything else about the Empress? The Hermit. Wise. So like trust in your own wisdom and your own stability. Confirmation burp. Oh my god, that's 3 cards, but they weren't. I'm going to take the High Priestess because that did actually flip over. Okay, so there's going to be a lot of spiritual help. There's going to be a lot of this spiritual team is going to be around to guide you in this decision-making process with the Emperor card, the Judgment card, the Empress card, the Hermit, the High Priestess, and the Tower. I mean, all in this bit about decision. That's quite a lot of major arcana just in this bit about decision. And my nose is itching really bad, so that is definitely right. That's definitely right. So don't worry, because you're going to get the right signs. You're going to get the right signs. And like with the Queen of Wands as well, the Queen of Wands is like a channeler. Like she is like witchy. So she will get messages. But also must note as well, with the Emperor and the Empress coming out in the decision-making process, that indicates a balanced, like a very balanced, integrated person in masculine and feminine, like not distorted, balanced. Ace of Cups. Truth, that is like, it's going to be full, everything's going to be full. It's going to be a very abundant, the decision that's made is going to bring like so much abundance and love, and it's going to be pure because it's going to have so much divine intervention and divine guidance surrounding it. This is all about the feminine. So I don't know. I don't know. I feel like it's coming to the end of the reading now. But we'll see. Is there anything else? Yeah, it's the end. The same thing happened yesterday. So it's the end of the reading. God's funny. God is funny, guys. When you really get to know God and like spend a lot of time, he's funny. He's so funny. But yeah, same way it ended yesterday. 3 of Swords. It's the end of the reading. But it was literally all about the feminine. All about the feminine. And now it makes sense why I was pulled to like come and do an extension, because we didn't really talk about all the details of the, you know, navigating the end of the cycle, end of this previous big cycle, and navigating, you know, the new beginning. That's all really. Thanks for being here. And please help the channel out, help it continue to grow. And by doing the free things like subscribe, comment, let me know if this is your story. I think that's all really. Yeah, I think that's all. I like these readings where it's just like, it's really focusing in on you. Don't like, I mean, you can't really control what the messages are that come through. But this just really clarifies that the really powerful Empress energy that came out yesterday is just focusing on themselves. Like, they're not really involved in the other more earthly things. This is the earthly things that they're going to have to kind of delve into in the new cycle that they're, you know, the ways paved for. But in terms of the other earthly things to do with the masculine, there's not really nothing, no touching it. Yep, confirmation. That was a really big one, so that was a definite confirmation. Anyway, I'm sure you don't want to see any more of that. It's just a thing that happens. It's energy transmutation. Yeah, see you next time. I don't know if next time there might be a reading about the Knight of Cups. So someone coming forward with an offer of love to take action towards the love. That might be the next reading. So anyway, we'll see if I get pulled towards actually doing it, because that just literally, that card just flung itself out of the deck. So to be honest, it looks like that might be the next topic of this story. I'm not going to do it now. I'm actually going now. Bye.